Greetings, YouTube, and happy Thanksgiving. It is very late now as I do this deck profile. Couldn't sleep, so I just thought I would throw together this deck and do the profile for you. This is on Fluffals, one of the many new archetypes that's come out in the game with the new sets. Uh, this is one of the archetypes I was most excited for because I don't know, I like the artwork. They're adorable. So yeah, I just had to build it. Uh, Playing around with it. It's a really fun deck. You know, I like fun decks now. That's what I build mostly. If you've seen by my last few videos, so we'll get right into this. Got 3 Fluffal Dog. Not gonna spend much time on their effects. Normal or special summon in from the hand. Add a Fluffal or a Edge Imp Sabers from your deck to hand. Searcher. Got 3 Owl. When Owl's normal summon or special summon from hand, add Polymerization from deck to hand. He also has a built-in Polymerization effect, whereas you can pay 500 life points and fuse. You have 2 cats. Cat recycles your Polymerization. When he's used for a fusion summon, add a Polymerization from graveyard to hand. You have 2 bears. A lot of people don't like bear. I actually like bear. He's like, he searches out your toy vendor, and toy vendor is just a really good card in this deck, and it does a lot more than what you would think by just reading it. But I really like the card. The toy vendor and bear gets to it, and it's one of the only it's probably the only rank 3 I think. Your rank 3 Fluffal or level 3 Fluffal. So Edgent, Sabers, and him, you can go into rank 3 if you don't have access to your other 3s. No, but I like him. Then for one else, we're gonna run 1 Rabbit. I might actually put Rabbit up to 2 because I really like Rabbit. He just when he's used for a fusion summon, you target 1 Fluffal engrave and add it to your hand. What I do with this guy is I'll always add back dog, and then next turn get another search off dog, and then just keep fusing opportunities for fusing that way. So like if I bump him up to 2, I could just like almost loop a fusion like that. But I don't know. I really like him. I think he's good. I think he deserves to be at 2. But I'm just trying it 1 now. Just an initial build. See how it goes. And then 1 Leo. Using all the Fluffals currently, just because it's they're more names, and for the fusion for a wolf, so you can have more attacks. You know, just more targets to get your attack off. Running minimal targets for that. I tried it, and I was just like drawing so inconsistent that I was only seeing 1 to 2 Fluffals like early on, and I couldn't do anything to just to get things going. So I wanted to run at least all of them just for the diversity of making wolf attack more. That's it for the Fluffal monsters. Next we have 2 Edge Imp Sabers. I don't really need 3. 2 is fine. You can search it out, and you can reuse it over and over. So you know 2 is fine. And you got the tour guide engine. Run 3 tour guides, 1 Scarm. Yeah, a lot of times, like, I don't know, like I thought about just going down to 2 tour guides, just because you can search out Edge Imp Sabers anyway, and most of the time I don't want to use my normal summon on this. I want to use it for like an owl or a dog. So I might take it down and put it. I might take this out and go into a second rabbit. I don't know. Just see how it works. Like most of the time, there's not really any rank 3s that I really want to go for that often. Maybe if I had a Leviathan Dragon, I can get Edge Imp Sabers engraved faster. I don't know. I have to do more testing with it, just see how it works out. 2 card graddies to round up the monsters. I was running at 3, but it's the same problem with Tour Guide where I kept drawing it whenever I wanted to see Fluffals. Like I'd rather open with this. And I know running 3 helps with that, but seeing it late game, running multiples, I didn't like. I wanted to see Fluffals, and it takes up your normal summon, which I wanted to use, like I said, for dog or owl. So I went down to 2. For monsters, on the spells, run 2 polymerizations and 1 fusion substitute. Fusion Substitute is alright. I don't like the fact that you can't fuse from hand. You have to only fuse from field. But I do like its other effect where you can banish it to put a fusion back into extra deck and then draw a card. That's a really good effect. So I think it's worth running, but just no more than one, I think. But that's player preference. 2 polymerizations. You can recycle them. So yeah, I want to run Dark Fusion at first, but it's not searchable. So I don't know. I still want to try it because it's a really good card. 3 toy vendors. I really like Toy Vendor. It sets up a lot of plays. You thin your deck out with Bear to get it, and a lot of times like your main combo to use is you put a Fluffal on top of your deck with the effect of Edge Imp Sabers. Then you discard and then you special summon that Fluffal. Ideally, it should either be Dog or Owl, because that way it'll get their effects off. But this deck, I use it a lot of times. I blind use it, by which I'll like pitch another Toy Vendor for its effect. I'll pitch Edge Imp Sabers if I draw it. I'll pitch a Scarm. Just whatever I have in hand that I don't really need at the moment, or a Fusion Substitute, and I'll just blind it just to, like, you know, just to get things rolling. If I hit something good, you know, then that's awesome. If I don't, and it thins the deck out, you know, I just use it like that way. And then, like, going first, if you draw it, I always set it, because if your opponent blind MSTs it, then you get its effect. You search out a Fluffal or Edge Imp Saber, so that's really good. But yeah, I really like it. A lot of things you can do with it. I thought about putting a Shadal engine in this, just for this, because you get their effects off with it. 3 Lance. I chose to run 3 Lance because all the Fluffal monsters are relatively weak. And aside from getting their summons off, this helps in battle, so it's very diverse in the deck. Especially if you have Dog, which is is the biggest one besides Leo. Well, Leo's effect. So if you're battling, you can do this in damage step and save your Fluffals and for next turn. So I think it really helps. Other than making sure your fusions like get summoned. So yeah, 1 Raigeki and 3 Upstart Goblins. This is considered an OTK deck, I guess. You can OTK, but it's not a very consistent OTK, I don't think, because you have to have so many pieces to make it OTK. So Upstart helping with the consistency is always good. For traps, 3 Trapstones. Probably one of the best cards in the game right now, actually. 2 Fiendish Chains, 1 Compulse. Run very low traps, and 1 Fusion Reserve. I do want to make room for a Fusion Recovery, and I probably should make room for a Soul Charge, but still working around messing with the build, seeing what I can do. Extra deck, 2 Frightfur Wolves and 1 Bear. Bear gets a lot of hate, but he's still good to go for. I mean, your opponent has to stop him, or you know he's just gonna get big as hell. But yeah, he's not terrible, but you know he's not optimal. Wolf, of course, is your main card. We need more fusions to make his deck like better. But it's still a fun deck to play, especially if you don't enjoy playing meta. For Exceeds, I play Fortune Tune, Mecha Quick Engineer, Levier, Giga Brilliant, Nightmare Shark. That's it for rank 3s for my tour guide plays. And then rank 4s, Fairy Chirgo, because they're all fairies, and you have Leo and Dog, so it's possible to make. You probably won't go into it often, but you know, for those chances you do, it's draw power. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I like playing these obscure decks, which are always fun to do. So let me know what you think. And again, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Until next time, Jables out.